What is up, guys? I'm Chris Kessler and welcome back to the Hustlers podcast, where we'll talk about NFTs and more. Today's episode will focus on a new CNFT project called Mount Krios. Mount Krios is a 2022 NFT collection that has more than 150 different trades for 9 different trade categories, and the mint date as well as the mint price have not been announced yet. I joined this project a few days ago, and after talking to the team and finding the project very interesting, I got one of the team members to join our podcast. Kia is the artist who created the beautiful artwork of the Mount Krios collection. Kia, welcome to the podcast. How are you today?
Hey Chris, thanks so much for having me on your podcast. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm also very excited for doing this. It's my first time taking an interview.
Well, it's my first time doing an interview, so I guess we're in this together.
Yeah. Okay, so on the website, for which, by the way, I will leave a link down in the description, it says that you're a tattoo artist and an entrepreneur. Talk to us a little bit about you and your career.
Okay, so I am a 23-year-old from South Africa, and I'm a professional tattoo artist. I've also co-owned my own tattoo shop, and I have an e-commerce business that sells body jewelry and stuff like ear stretching and that kind of stuff that I've had since 2018. And yeah, now I'm also doing NFTs. So
Wow, that's great. That's a lot for a 23-year-old, actually.
yeah, sometimes I feel like I spread myself a little bit thin, but you gotta keep busy and put your eggs in lots of baskets.
Exactly. That's very inspiring. So how did you start working in the NFT space? Like, what pulled you into NFTs?
So it was actually one of our team members. He goes by The Dot. I've known him for years in real life, and he approached me asking if I wanted to make NFTs with them. And I actually politely declined the offer at first because I didn't really understand anything about NFTs, and I was like, no, not interested. And then he was like, no, let's meet up for coffee, and he kind of like spoke me into it. And yeah, I had no experience with it before then, but now that I'm part of the team, the boys have like really been showing me around, and yeah, I'm pretty much fully into it now.
That's great. Actually, when I first started getting into NFTs, I did not understand much either, and a friend of mine actually introduced me to the space, and that's how it all started. So I think that everyone thinks that NFTs are like stupid until he gets in the space and actually
exactly. Like, yeah. I thought also they were going to be so complicated, and like it was going to be so hard to like do the whole crypto thing. And then I was pleasantly surprised at like how an average everyday person could just go about these things. You don't have to be like a super genius to be involved in NFTs.
Yes, exactly. So do you think that the space is getting more competitive? Like, we see all this project congestion lately. Is it making the NFT artist job harder?
Well, I don't think it's necessarily making it harder for us. I do think, though, with it being a growing industry, there's going to be some kind of competition and competitive spirit to it. But it's pretty supportive in the NFT community, or at least from what I've noticed. I've seen a lot of support for the art and the artists. And the nice thing about it is, with NFTs, it's not like you have to be doing like this crazy realistic art style. I mean, you can really express yourself and have whatever style you want. It doesn't have to fit to this mold. If you want it to be simplistic, it can be simplistic. But I also think that shouldn't be an excuse for being lazy or copying other people's work. I think that it should be, you can express your style, but it still has to be yours. So as an artist, I think we should still be trying to stay original to keep these projects kind of unique and not copying other. I really have a thing for copying other people's work. So yeah, I think do your thing. There's more than enough space for everybody, but don't take away from other projects.
Yes, exactly. The community is actually very supportive. You know, everyone, when I first entered, kind of introduced me to the space and the biggest projects and everything. So yeah, I think that especially the Cardano community is very, very nice. It's a great place to start. And yes, I have seen these projects that, copy other projects from the Ethereum blockchain, the Solana blockchain, and the art is the exact same. And I don't think that being in a space where there are no regulations yet for copying other people's art gives you the right to do so.
Exactly. It just doesn't sit well with me as an artist.
Okay, now let's talk a little bit about Mount Krios. From reading the light paper, I understand that it's a project focusing mainly on the food crisis, which is a real problem in many parts of the world. I understand that this is something that has been going on for many years in Africa, where I think that you and your team are based. What are you guys going to do to help resolve the food crisis, and what are you going to do to help the victims of the crisis?
Okay, so yes, our team is actually from South Africa, and in South Africa there is a lot of poverty. We see a lot of poverty around us, and this is especially the case in more rural areas where people don't have access to things like transport or places to go buy goods. And this is where we want to start targeting the food insecurity problems. So these people generally have small flocks of animals. This is what they are farming to support their families. And these animals aren't the best grade creatures. Their genetics aren't too good. So what we plan to do is bring in some of our goats and have their genetics integrated into these flocks so that we've got better genetics for the animals. And we're going to also be implementing programs for the farmers to teach them how to best look after the animals. We're going to help with vaccinating them. We're going to also make sure that they are kept free of pests. We're going to make sure that basically these people have everything set up so that they can have a better flock for many generations.
Okay. So that's actually a very nice cause, and I don't think that many other projects have tried to do something like that. I actually think that you're the first project to do something like that. And it's a way to show the world that, NFTs are here for the good of the world. We're not just here to make money. We're not just here to profit and get rich quick. We're here to make world a better place, and your project is the proof of this.
Exactly. We're looking to the future, and NFTs are the future. Helping other humans is the future. We need to make this world a cohesive place to exist, and that's basically what we're doing with NFTs and the real world.
Yeah, that's actually very, very inspiring for everyone hearing here. So the main character of your collection is a boar goat. What led you guys to that decision, and what do you think is so special about this animal?
So our farming partner is actually one of the biggest authorities in the world on boar goats, and they are a local breed to South Africa. They do really, really well here in our environment, and they manage to handle the arid environment really, really well. They are very hardy creatures, but they're also very docile. So they're easy to raise, and because our partner already has so many years involved with farming these boar goats, I mean, he's an 11th generation goat farmer. They just are obviously the pick of the litter in this project.
Okay, so I'm sure that the Cardano community is going to love the boar goats as much as you do, guys, because the art actually looks amazing, and I think that everyone should just go right now and check the art, because you have done an amazing work there.
Thank you so much.
Now I'm sure that after listening to all that amazing stuff about the project and its cause, many people will be interested to know what they're going to gain for holding these NFTs. So talk to us a little bit about the holder benefits.
Okay, so this is the fun part. Holders are going to be receiving quarterly ADA airdrops, but it's going to be on a trait-by-trait basis. So this will ensure all our NFT holders receive the benefits over a 12-month cycle. And these ADA airdrops are going to be funded by the periodic sales from the goat farm. You're also going to be able to come stay at the farm, which will be freaking awesome. We're going to catch you there, at the lodge for a discounted rate. And
really?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. We can all hang out with goats.
Okay,
I think it'll be fun.
I wish I can visit sometime.
Oh, you definitely have to come visit. But yeah, and also you'll be able to be entered into our giveaways and special events, competitions. So yeah, I think that we've got some pretty rad benefits for holding one of our NFTs.
Yeah, and I think that the benefits are so direct and simple. You know, it's just ADA airdrops. It's not like tokens you have to convert and stuff.
Exactly. We're trying to make it very transparent and very easy for our community to just have our NFTs, enjoy the benefits, enjoy the charity work that we can be doing. We just want it to be nice, easy, simple, and a good project.
That's great. You have kept it simple, and I love that. That's something else that's amazing about the project. So, how are you planning to expand the community? I understand that the community now has like how many? 500 members on Discord?
Yeah, right about there. So we're wanting to grow our community very organically, so that we can make sure that the people that are involved in our community are really interested in what we're doing. We want them to be a very involved community. So we plan on taking part in some Twitter spaces, collaborating with different projects, diving into other communities that we believe in, just to expose people to what we have to offer. And we strongly believe once people know about Mount Krios, they're going to be wanting to tell people about Mount Krios.
Okay, that's great. And I think that is actually the most efficient way to market the project because, you know, giveaways will only bring in people who want to profit again and they won't actually be interested in the project. So I think that's the best way to grow organically.
Exactly. I think that it's the best way. I mean, we want to make sure that the people really are there for the right reasons, not just to be winning ADA.
Yeah. Exactly. So, besides being a member of the Mount Krios team, you are also an artist who is into the NFT space. What would you suggest to an artist who just entered the space? Like, what should they do?
So, obviously, I was lucky enough to know somebody in real life that got me into the NFT space. But I think if you are an artist and you're already in the space and you're looking to get more involved, the best thing I would recommend is chatting to other project artists that you admire, going into some of the servers that have channels specifically focused around art, giveaways, competitions, anything art related. Go there, meet people, network, talk. And then another helpful suggestion, not necessarily on the networking side, is you need to know your program that you're using. You need to really understand it so that it can be a tool that you use when you're creating your digital art, and understand layers. I cannot stress this enough, like layering. I've learned the hard way.
Okay, so I'm not an artist, so I really don't know what is layering. But I think that everyone here who is interested in art knows what you're saying.
Well, hopefully. Otherwise, learn.
The whole networking thing, I totally agree with, and it's not only about an artist. If you're a developer, if you're trying to succeed in YouTube, just like I do, you should build your network, talk to people, and make sure to get into some projects and make some contacts. Okay, Kia, so I think that this is it with the questions. I don't have anything else here unless you have something to add.
I don't think I have anything to add, just that everybody should come check us out on Twitter or Discord. And yeah, if you like the project, stick around. We have some rad conversations. And yeah, thank you so much for having me and having the project interviewed here. It's really exciting to share it with everybody. Thanks, Chris.
All right, Kia, thank you for the info. It's really great that we talked today. And I think that now people have a better understanding of the project. Do exactly what you said, okay? Just join the Discord and we have some great conversations in there. So join us and just have fun. And yeah, we can do this again in the future if you have more info about Mount Krios anytime. So, okay, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this interview. As always, if you liked it, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to my channel, and also tell me which projects you wanna see next, and I will see you guys on the next video.